All right, so I have to ask you, just because you're the foremost expert on this of anyone in the world, is this ball properly inflated, or is that a bit loose?
So what's funny is I just left my buddy Pat Mayo's show, right? And he asked me the same question, and I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but it's not what you think. I had no idea that ball was.
No, you have to own that now. Just lie and say that you know.
I know that's what it's a more sexy story for me to say. Yeah.
No, but if you say yeah, I mean you can like get a PSI endorsement, be in commercials and stuff like that.
Yeah, but I think I missed my wave. I think I missed my moment. That moment was here and it's gone. And you know what? This ball looks like it has the proper area.
I say it feels kind of.
I mean, are we just playing catch with this?
Yeah, we're playing catch with it. It's easy on the hands, probably.
I think it'll be all right. I think it needs a little bit more air for a kicker. Yeah.
Probably even to throw it, though. If it gets a bit windy, it feels like it starts. That's what I blame it on. I start throwing Kurt Warner balls when it gets a bit windy.
It could use a little bit more. It really could. It could use it, but that's fine. That's a good starting point.
That's not bad. I'm going to get you to sign this football, too, because I keep forgetting.
All right.
So we'll put you right on here with Aaron Donald and Sean Merriman.
Merriman was here. That's a fellow Terp, man. That's my guy.
Were you there at the same time?
Yeah, we played it. We came in this exact same year. He actually left school a year earlier. So, yeah, that's a great friend of mine. We had a great group of guys to either get drafted or play quite a bit in the National Football League.
Where are you from originally?
I'm originally from a small city in Florida called Largo.
How do you end up in Maryland?
That's a great question. So, I was a diehard Florida State fan, complete diehard Florida State
Free Shoe University.
Yeah. Yeah, so they pretty much, Maryland was the first school to offer me a full scholarship. And you know what? They did the most. They made me feel comfortable from the start. Like there was, I had a few options out there, but I wanted to get away from home a bit. And E.J. Henderson was there at the time. E.J. Henderson was the Buckets Award winner, the linebacker. So I was like, this is the best opportunity for me to, if I want to play at the next level, to learn from this guy. And they had just come off of the Orange Bowl against the University of Florida. They got crushed, by the way. But, it was a great starting point for me. And, it's been great. Met a lot of great people. Sean was one of those guys. Vernon Davis was another.
Did they fudge his 40 time when he came out, or was he really that fast?
Who is this, Vernon?
Vernon, yeah.
Oh, he can still run that exact 40 time to this day.
How can he run that? He's huge.
Guy, he's the real-life Iron Man. Like, the guy has not an ounce of fat on his body. He takes extremely great care of his body.
Loves curling.
Loves curling. So, a funny story. In college, Sean Merriman and Vernon Davis would compete with everything in college. I mean, if Vernon put on an extra 5 pounds, Sean was putting on an extra 10 pounds. And it just went on from practice to off the field. It was a great competition. And it was great to see it from afar. Because I couldn't keep up with those guys. I was not nearly as strong as either one of those guys.
Yeah, you probably have more lateral quickness.
I like to think so, but
maybe extra toughness.
Okay, I'll take that.
I'll
take that.
I mean, why do you need to get an extra 5 pounds? You already have the bigger heart.
Yeah, it was great.
I got to ask you about the Patriots' defense.
Yeah.
Because they got a bum rap early in the season. It seems like
they always get a bum rap.
Now, and
the defense.
But just even thinking about playing on the Colts for years, when you have an offense that's good.
Right.
Is it harder to be a good defense because you kind of have to back off a little bit, that your offense is constantly putting up points, that it makes the defense look worse than it maybe is?
Yeah, it all depends on how fast they're actually scoring the ball. So if you have an offense that, is more of a balanced attack where they run quite often, so it eats up a lot of clock and they're able to score and they're able to generate 10, 11, 12-play drives, you love that offense. You hate the offense that scores in – that's that big play offense, scores in 5 plays, and it's like, damn, sorry.
No,
it's like, oh, my God, you got to go back out on the field. So, but any defensive player, I would do a defensive player a disservice if I didn't say, if an offense can score points, you love that offense. You want to find – yeah, because I spent 8 years in Cleveland, so I know all too well what it is not to have a great offense, and those were the dog days of my career.
Were you there the Derek Anderson year?
Yeah.
That was a good year.
It was a great year. Great year. You would assume the year following you would repeat that success. No, it was like a 4-win season, 6-win season, back to what we know as the Browns, unfortunately.
Is it a culture thing there? Because, I mean, you have no association to Cleveland before you show up.
No, you know what? I think it's the constant turnover. It's the turnover of the front office. It's like anything else. If you own anything, the continuity is what's going to get you over that hump. And I think they have great players that come throughout that organization. they just have a complete turnover of coaches, front office. So there's a new way of thinking every other year instead of just sticking with.
Does it just get confusing?
It does. It does. You know, the amount of in 8 years there was always the difference. The number one difference I realized in Indy that first year was, you know what? A lot of these guys, that's not a huge turnover of the roster. They may be a handful of guys, but for the most part, these guys are still in Indy. In Cleveland, I mean, there was a new face, you know, every year. You couldn't even get close to guys because they weren't going to be there. You know, I consider myself lucky for playing as long as I did, but it's rough. It's rough, man. That place really makes you think, really makes you understand why you play the game.
You
don't win.
Do you feel bad for the fans?
Oh, heck yeah.
I mean, I guess
man.
LeBron coming back kind of put everything. It's a nice vacation period for them from
They're
being
so
bummed
loyal.
out.
I tell you, I tell people this all the time. You know, whether you win 4 games, whether you win 10 games, those fans are going to show up at the beginning of the game. They may boo you by the second, third quarter. They may leave. It may be empty by the time the game is over, but at least they show up. They support. And if you put a better brand of football out there on the field, that was the best. That year, Derek Anderson, in 2007, the football team won 10 games, and LeBron was in town. You would have thought Cleveland was the best city in the world to live. It was, oh, my God, it was unbelievably fun. And, you know, those fans deserve that.
Absolutely. Do you have anything to plug on Radio Row?
No.
Or just yourself?
Just myself right now. And, you know, I was talking to a few guys heading over here. They asked me what I'm doing right now because, you know, this year was the first year I'm done. I finished playing football.
Is it nice in a way?
You know what? The first
month.
Do
you feel better?
I do. I really do. I feel like my body needed time to heal up. And I go through some spurts every now and again where, you know, I have some aches and pains. But for the most part, I love it. Able to travel. I'm back in school now.
Oh, cool.
So I actually have a math quiz tomorrow. Yeah, so it's
better
not fun.
Better let you go study.
Not fun. So, yeah, it's been interesting. I enjoy it.
Awesome, man. Thanks for stopping by.
Thanks.
Enjoy yourself. Enjoy the rest of Radio Row.
Thank you.